Hello dear students. So in sixth lecture we discussed up to the point of average speed, and we have discussed the two cases when different speeds are given for different times and different speeds are given for different distances. Now the next is instantaneous speed. Dear students, as we know that speed changes and it does not change abruptly, but it may change slowly with time. We can also express speed as a function of time. Consider a case in which speed is given as v is equal to 3t meter per second. So in this case you can see speed is not constant, it is increasing with increase in time. So for example, at t is equal to 0 speed is 0, at t is equal to 1 speed is 3 meter per second, and at t is equal to 2 seconds speed is 6 meter per second. So this is an example of a variable speed. In this, if we want to express speed, we must indicate at what time, because we cannot define speed without time. So the instant of time at which speed is defined is known as instantaneous speed. For example, v at t is equal to 2 second is equal to v at t is equal to 2 second is equal to 6 meter per second. The speed is 6 meter per second at the particular instant of t is equal to 2 second, and that is known as instantaneous speed. Next is velocity, which we have already discussed. Velocity is the vector counterpart of speed. If speed is given like only 20 meter per second, and if you will add the direction to it, for example, v in vector form is equal to 20i. Here I is the unit vector which is indicating plus x-axis direction. Similarly, if it is given 20j, it means the speed is in particular direction, that is plus y, and it becomes velocity. So velocity is nothing but direction assigned to the speed. Uniform motion in a straight line is the simplest case of motion. As the name is saying, uniform motion, so the very first point is we will consider constant velocity in this case. And with constant velocity in a straight line, let us consider a graph. This is the plus x-axis, positive x direction, and let an object is moving in this positive x direction with constant speed. Then we know by definition of uniform motion, it will cover equal distance in equal intervals of time. Suppose the object is moving with 2 meter per second, then at the end of 1 second it will be at 2 meter position, at the end of 2 second it will be at 4 meter position, at the end of 3rd second it will be at 6 meter, and so on. At the end of 4th second it will be at 8 meter. So in such case, when speed magnitude of velocity is constant, it is very easy to find out the position of object. So for example, if I'll ask you what is going to be the position of object at t is equal to 10 second, we can easily answer its position is going to be 10 into 2, 20 meter. So what is the point in this? That equation which we are applying for motion in uniform velocity is very simple. That is, position can be given as velocity into time. So this is the equation which we will use for uniform motion. Distance is equal to velocity into time, and velocity is treated as constant. In 9th class you must have studied about changing speed and equations of motion. We will also study them under non-uniform motion. But before that, under uniform motion, this is very basic relation which is saying displacement is equal to velocity into time. So that is not a very typical one, that is a simple relation. Moving ahead, the position time graph for various objects. So I will explain the graph one by one for various cases. So first case is position time graph for stationary object. Position time graph for stationary object. Position time graph for stationary object, as it is clearly indicating, if I am taking position on vertical axis and time on horizontal axis, then as the object is stationary, which means its velocity is equal to 0 and it is not going to change its position. Suppose object is stationary at p is equal to 2 meter, it will remain stationary and time will pass. So hence we will obtain a graph which is a parallel, a line which is parallel to time axis. So this is the graph for stationary object. Next is the graph of position time graph of object with constant velocity, or we can say uniform motion. So in position time graph for uniform motion or constant velocity, as we can easily observe that position of object will be changing uniformly, as you have seen here in this example. When I told you in this example, as you know, position of objects keeps on changing at uniform rate. So position time graph for constant velocity can be drawn like this. This is position, this is time, and graph is going to be a straight line. This is the graph for particle which is originating from 0 position, and this graph is also indicating that velocity is positive. As you can see that in this graph, position is increasing with increase in time. So this graph is for positive velocity. If we are to draw graph for negative velocity, then same position time graph will be drawn like this: position time graph, and the graph which is decreasing in position with time is the graph for negative velocity. This graph is started from some high positive position value, say 10 meter or 20 meter, and then it is decreasing towards 0 with increase in time. At this point I would like to add one more point. What about in negative of position time axis? So some of the students got confused in this. Suppose this is the position which is negative and this is the time going on. Here this graph is still increasing positive constant velocity, because as position is increasing, because we are coming from negative to 0, so position is increasing. This graph, this object is moving in positive x direction. So hence it doesn't matter that in negative region of y-axis, in negative region of position, velocity still is positive if it is increasing with time. And similarly, in negative region of position, a velocity graph which is like this is again indicating a negative velocity, because you can see position is decreasing, object is moving in negative x direction with increase in time. So this graph is also for the negative velocity. So this graph is for negative velocity and this graph is for positive velocity corresponding to this graph is for positive velocity constant and this graph is for negative velocity, that is constant. Okay, so next example is for increasing velocity. So this is position time graph, and as you can see, with increasing velocity, as the time will pass, in each successive second, distance covered by a particle is going to be more. So you will observe a graph like this. So in this graph you are observing, I will show you with different color ink, let us say with red. If you will divide the time in equal intervals, like first second, second second, third and fourth second, then you can see in first second, suppose distance covered is 1 meter, then you can see in second second the distance covered is more, and then similarly in third second the distance covered is even greater, and in fourth second distance covered is even greater. So so you can see here, like in successive seconds distance covered is going to increase. So distance covered in successive seconds is increasing, hence this is the graph for increasing velocity. Increasing velocity, let me remind you, increasing velocity is also equivalent to positive acceleration. Here acceleration is positive, whether acceleration is constant or acceleration is positive increasing, we cannot determine from this graph, but one thing is sure, in this graph velocity is increasing. And similarly, if you will draw a graph in which velocity is decreasing, considering position axis here and time axis here, for a graph in which velocity is decreasing, please pay attention carefully. I will draw the graph with green. This shape will come for decreasing velocity. I'll show you with red ink. Again we will have time at equal intervals. 1 second, 2 second, 3 second and 4 second. And you can see in first second the position covered for let me take it with blue color. So you can see in first second change in position is this, which I have shown you with this arrow, while in second change in position is this. Clearly you can see that change in position is decreasing. This is your change in position in first second and this is your change in position in second, and it is decreasing. Similarly, if you will go at the third second, you will observe the change in position is still decreasing, and in fourth second it is even lesser, small. So this is clearly a graph for decreasing velocity, or you can say acceleration is negative. Again, whether the acceleration is negative, constant or decreasing cannot be determined by position time graph. Let us continue this. So these were the cases about. Now moving to the velocity time graph. For all the cases which we have discussed, first we will again discuss for the stationary object. All the position time graphs which were stationary, you must remember they are the straight lines parallel to time axis for stationary graphs. But in velocity time graph, all those graphs which are stationary, they may be stationary at any position, 2 meter, 5 meter, 10 meter, doesn't matter, but their velocity is 0. So all such graphs will be a line on time axis. So in velocity time graph, object with 0 velocity is represented by a line on time axis, and please note that not a parallel line to time axis on velocity for 0 velocity, because this scale now become velocity. Earlier it was position. On the other hand, if you want to represent a graph with constant velocity, which we have shown by a line, in the position time graph, this type of graph was the graph for constant velocity, but in velocity time graph it will become like this. So this is the graph for constant velocity in velocity time. Suppose this is the value of velocity 2 meter per second, 4 meter per second. So this graph is showing an object whose velocity is 4 meter per second and constant. So there is a change. So the type of graph which were the graph for stationary object in position time is now for the constant velocity. Similarly, if you want to show the negative velocity constant, you can show it in the negative area of velocity. So similarly, if I'll show you with the different color, so this is the graph which is showing you, suppose this is -4. So this graph in green is representing -4 meter per second velocity, again constant. Moving ahead for our acceleration cases, as we have done for increasing and decreasing velocities, if I'll plot velocity time graph for positive acceleration, acceleration is equal to positive, it means the velocity is increasing, acceleration is positive. And for increasing velocity, the graph will be like this. So as you can see, for positive acceleration constant, the graph is going to be like this. So the velocity is increasing with time. So that is the graph for constant positive acceleration velocity time graph. So you can see with the time velocity is increasing. So suppose at t is equal to 1 second, velocity is 2 meter per second, then t is equal to 2 second, velocity is 4 meter per second. It is very clear from this graph that acceleration is 2 meter per second square. That is the slope of velocity time graph. If we'll consider, so one more point is there which so what will happen for increasing acceleration? That is the case, even though, okay, we will discuss that later. The first is for constant positive acceleration. So if you will have doubt, we will clear it later, because you will study constant positive acceleration. So similarly for negative acceleration, what you will observe, for negative acceleration you will observe that velocity will decrease with time. So when velocity is decreasing with time, then in the same manner like in position time graph we had for negative velocity, we will have velocity time graph for negative acceleration will be like this. And again, it doesn't matter whether this graph is in positive direction of velocity or in negative direction. Even you can continue this graph. So if you will continue the graph in negative region of velocity, this graph is still indicating negative acceleration as the velocity is decreasing with increase in time. And on the contrary, this graph is for your acceleration negative, and for positive acceleration in both the domains, positive or negative of velocity, the positive acceleration is always going like this. So you can see inclination of velocity is always positive. You know what is inclination? Inclination is the angle made up to the graph from the x-axis, that is known as inclination. So this inclination which is less than 90 is always for positive. This is velocity, this is time, and this inclination which is greater than 90 degree is always negative. So your slope is tangent of this angle. So tangent of an angle which is less than 90 degree is always positive, and tangent of an angle which is greater than 90 degree is always negative. So this graph is for negative acceleration and this graph is for positive acceleration.